I'm not one to disrespect any system. I've played every system across the years. Maybe not always the current generation, but at least the last generation, I had one of every console, believe it or not. And it was great. I loved every console for their what they did best, I guess I should say, and not just console, PC as well. But I always fell in love with the 360. I don't know about you guys, but that was always something that just seemed to be that little cut above, and I'm not quite sure why. Do you guys have any opinion on that?
Well, for me, it's the achievements.
the achievement system? No, that's great.
That and the online support based in the Xbox 360. The online is just so much better than the PS3, with parties and being able to invite people to a game just from going into it without having to. It's a lot more streamlined.
Well, yeah, I must say sorry, Igan. The cross-game chat on the Xbox 360 is amazing, and I'm really surprised that Sony has not adapted that to their own technology.
All right, well, I guess we should move on past Portal 2 and go on to. You guys are playing a lot of Gears 3 beta lately. I know you are, Ray. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really enjoying the Gears 3 beta, although I'm a little bit disappointed in Mr. Cliffy there, because he said that the shotguns were all nerfed and they were going to balance it out a little bit more. And to be honest, I really don't see it. I mean, there is a somewhat noticeable difference in the power and range of the shotgun, but the way he was talking, I really thought that it would be a game changer, and it's not. Nasty, you have a lot of experience here too. Maybe you can give me your 2 cents on this.
Oh man, yeah. It's the shotgun. There's everybody knows there's 2 different types of shotguns. You have the sawed-off shotgun and then the Ganasher shotgun. Sawed-off is the new one, but basically it's like this. From what I've noticed, it's just like the previous Gears. As soon as the match starts, you know what everybody does? You see them switch from their main weapon, which is like the Lancer, Hammer Burst, Retro Lancer, to this fucking shotgun. And the next thing you know, you're walking around, the first thing you see, sawed-off attack. Sawed-off kill. Ganasher kill. It's always the shotguns. Everybody just spams shotgun. And yeah, like, I heard it was supposed to, be dumbed down a little bit, but it's still over-fucking powered for some reason. And, and that shit just gets old. It's still
I don't know if they're overpowered, but they're definitely overused.
Yeah,
I mean, there is a noticeable range difference in them.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, why they would introduce the sawed-off is beyond me.
Yeah.
Like, the shotguns were always dominated in that game, and to introduce a new shotgun kind of blew my mind. But when you look at the stats for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it only has such a limited range, and it does. Don't get me wrong. And it's basically melee range. Am I right, Nasty?
Right.
Right.
But slightly beyond melee range. But still, like when you're using the sawed-off, you got to be up close and personal. You got to be willing to
directly
jerk off their cock to to kill them.
To get the full effect.
Absolutely.
Is it pronounced Ganasher or is it pronounced Nasher?
Pronounced Nasher.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pronounced Nasher.
I was wondering about that.
The name. I like the name Ganasher for some reason. I'm like, that son of a bitch just Ganashered me. I don't know why, but I just like the thought of the sound, how Ganasher,
That makes sense, but I might, if it's okay to interrupt, I might throw my 2 cents about the shotgun.
Absolutely, go ahead.
It seems that unless you're like in melee range with the Nasher, you won't actually want to get killed with the shotgun anymore, that's what I've seen people doing now.
Nope.
But it seems like
Absolutely.
the fire range has increased. The fire rate, sorry, has increased. So people just spam
Yes.
it. Whereas they've removed, you can't fire it immediately after a dive roll anymore. So they've removed that piece of horror from the game. But you can still do that with the sword off. So it's relative to if you want to dive roll with a shotgun, you have to use the sword off. But if you want to use a shotgun as a shotgun, you use the dash.
No, absolutely. I mean, they have done a great deal to balance it out and try to get people away from the shotguns, but they're still very powerful, and they're still a very prominent part of the game.
It's still horribly overused.
Well, that's what it is, but I'm inclined to think that this is because that people are so used to doing that. I'm really hoping that once the game actually gets fully released, the shotguns will be slightly less used, and we'll see some more rifle fire in the game.
This is true. We do have to keep in mind that it is only a beta.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this game has been done for a while. We all know that.
Well, yes, but
it's complete, and there's very little chance they're going to change it.
yes, but we can still hold out hope. That's what I'm doing.
You can hold out hope, but I pretty much guarantee if they change anything, it'll be less than 5% in terms of the multiplayer. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. And I guess when it comes to a game like Gears of War, when you're making the third of a very popular series, and a lot of series have suffered from this type of thing before, but when it comes to that, you can't change too much, or else you're going to lose your core fans. You know what
Yes.
Yeah, so you can try to balance out, but there's got to be a certain extent where you got to pull back and say, hey, this is enough. You know, we nerfed the shotguns a little bit. We added a new one for, let's say, quote-unquote hardcore fans that want to get right up in your grill and shoot you in the face. And beyond that, that's it. You know, we added a new assault rifle to try to get you in there. And actually, the Retro Lancer is an amazing weapon. I don't know how many of you have had a really chance to take some time with that. But
I don't even have the game.
Yeah, but the power of that weapon is quite amazing, especially at, well, not especially, only at medium to short range. So it's definitely a match for the shotguns, though. And I recommend if you ever get in a match with people that are exclusively using shotguns, definitely switch to your Retro Lancer. Because you will own them before they can even get to you and shoot you. As long as you see them first, I should say.
Of course. I'll give that a try next time I play the game, because I've actually just been using the original Lancer, and I think I have 3 times as many chainsaw kills as I do gunfire.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, the original Lancer and the chainsaw are still amazing weapons. Don't get me wrong. But I recently fell in love with the Retro Lancer, and it's because of the absolute power of it. It actually feels like a real assault rifle in the game. Once you get used to the kick of it, because it kicks like a fucking mule. Once you get used to that, it is a really powerful weapon, and I've been really enjoying that. But anyway, guys, we're about 20 minutes in, so we're going to let you go. If you guys enjoy this podcast, we would love to hear from you, and we would love to make some more as well.
Yeah, let us know, and then hopefully we can get some viewer-submitted questions that we can maybe answer, stuff like that, to enhance the podcast, make it more fun for the viewer.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
absolutely.
why? Yeah, Yeah, and you know, questions like why the hell hasn't FlapNasty hardly said anything, and that all can all be questioned in in the next podcast if you need to. So yeah.
Anyway, guys, if you want to know any questions, or if you want to know any answers to questions, if you want to know more about us, if you just want nothing better to do than to listen to bullshit cock like us, just subscribe, rate, comment, and hopefully, if you guys like this, we will see you soon. Take care from BioHRay.
Adios from Soothsayer.
Laters from Igan.
And deuces from FlapNasty.
Take care, guys.
Alright.